This book is called Big Head Bobby. Big Head Bobby. And this is Bobby right here. Okay, so I hope you guys got your pajamas on. Have a little snack ready as well if needed. And yeah, I'm just gonna be reading you guys a bedtime story. So, this is the story of Big Head Bobby. This is the story of a young boy they call Big Head Bobby. Bobby got his unique name from the local street kids that were always fascinated by his big head. Of course, this caused rage to Bobby, and he instantly became a hooligan that everyone started to fear. But Bobby's head wasn't always this big. But the older he got, the bigger his head got as well, and his mouth. Yes, Bobby has a very disturbing potty mouth that could make a grown man cry. Very rebellious, Bobby would run away from home, skip school, and steal from anywhere he possibly could. One time, Bobby was caught stealing from the local convenience shop and was put in teeny tiny baby cuffs due to his unusually skinny wrists. But when they were trying to put him into the police car, he couldn't fit because his head was so damn big. So they let him off with a warning. So clearly, having such a humongous head wasn't always as bad. Bobby stood at 6'4" with size 4 feet, which made people underestimate him at first. But once Bobby opened that mouth of his, everybody ran. Bobby would tell anyone about themselves. He would belittle you to the fullest, no filter at all. Bobby couldn't go to the theaters because he would cover up half the screen. He couldn't drive because anytime he did, his big head looked like the airbags went off, and he would constantly get pulled over. He couldn't swim because his head weighed like 102 pounds. So, he would literally go headfirst into the pool and drown. Goddamn. So, all these things just made Bobby more angry, more resentful, and just to not give a damn about anyone or anything. Bobby was also a very successful football player because he could headbutt anyone out of the way. But most times he wouldn't be allowed to play because he was unable to wear a helmet, so they had no choice but to let him go. But despite all that, Bobby began to embrace his big head. Later on in life, he went on to become a successful entrepreneur. Even as a single man, he still enjoyed his life with his big head. But one day, Bobby was walking down the street and ran into the kids from back in the day that gave him his name, Big Head Bobby. And obviously, because he's older now and most people have matured, nobody was calling him Big Head Bobby no more. But clearly not everyone grew up and not everyone matured. So as Bobby was walking past them, one of them said, "Look, that's Big Head Bobby. Damn, your head has gotten bigger." Bobby stopped walking and there was a long pause of silence. At this point, Bobby has already given up the rebellious, destructive lifestyle he once used to live. But hearing that guy yell out his name like that brought back all the memories and rage all in that one single moment. Bobby turned around and yelled, "Ah, I'm so effing with you. He casually walked up to the guy that called him Big Head Bobby again and gave him a one punch to his mouth. The guy's name was Martin, by the way. Martin started crying like a little bee while Bobby casually walked away. Martin's friends didn't even help him because they knew he was at fault for calling Bobby that again. A few weeks later, Bobby was walking down the street again, and the same group of Martin and his friends were walking on by. By this time, Martin's lips were so big and swollen that he was unrecognizable, and that was due to the punch that Bobby had hit him with a few weeks prior. Bobby was laughing inside. As he approached and walked past, he stopped completely and pointed his finger in Martin's direction and yelled out, "Look everybody, that's Big Mouth Martin." Even Martin's own friends started laughing hysterically. The end. Well, that was a very interesting book. And what a life lesson. You see, karma is real. People might not think it is, or because it doesn't affect them right away after they've done wrong to people, especially to innocent people. But now look, you were calling him Big Head Bobby, and now later on in life, you were being called Big Mouth Martin. So, that goes to show you that, you shouldn't play with people. Not everyone is gonna take that bull. So, well, that's all for today. Let me know if you guys like or would like to hear more bedtime stories made by yours truly, of course. Oh, my bad. Everyone have a great night, okay? Or a great day, whenever time you're watching this. And thank you all for your love and support as well. I really do appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you guys. Have a great night.